What's going on YouTube? It's your boy JustSealGames and we are here today with something completely different. We are here today ranking the strongest of the DBS contenders. The strongest of the content creators. The strongest in the universe. Just as Dragon Ball would. We are here today to find out who would win in a fight. That's right. Who would win in a fight between me and other DBS content creators. So let's tell you who's on the list. I messaged a load of people. I said, hey, guys, I'm up for a little bit of fun. Let's see who would win in a fight between me and you. Most of them were scared. Most of them didn't answer. Most of them said, you know what, Silk? I can see your posture, your stance, your massive size. And I'm not sure I want to take that bet. And I said, that's fine. That's absolutely fine. But the people who did, those brave souls who chose to stand up, they're on the list today. So we have a few names that a lot of you will know. We have Egman, Hayden. If I get these names wrong, I'm really bad. I'm really sorry. I'm bad at pronunciations and I'm not great at reading. But we have Egman, you know, an American content creator. Absolutely great channel. All the channel links will be below. So please do check them out. We have this is what I mean. This is what I mean about names. I'm really bad at it. Asaya Herring, you know, another name in the DBS community that, guys, you will know. You will have seen posting. Great guy. Met him in America. We have Mario, one of Team Blackstar's own members. He's on their Wipe channel, Wipe Collectibles. Then we have Sation in mywifehatesgames. Then we have Sandykins, you know, the EU champ, as some have called him. We have Scott Sedman, Senzu Pop, Team Family Over Everything, so Team FOE. But when I put Team FOE, it's not the whole team. The only members we were talking about, I asked was the Hill Twins. I know they have their own channel, I think, but it is the Hill Twins. Then we have TommyGuitarGames, London Players Guild, which is Piotr. And we have the last one, PPG Invitational, which is Peter Katani. I think we all know where Peter's going. So let's talk it through and let's put my list down. So I'll talk about first if I'd beat them in a in a Dragon Ball Z game, and then I'll talk about them if I beat them in a fist fight. I think we all know in my size, I'm a win all the fights, but here we go. So Egman, now I was in America and didn't actually get to fully meet Egman, which was a shame. I'd really like to meet him, but in his profile pitch that I've just seen, you know, there's him and a dog. He's got a dog, so he's kind of like, you know, Kiba from Naruto. And, you know, I'm not gonna lie, that guy was crazy in Naruto. Like, you know, he had his dog friend. He probably trained his dog to fight me back. And I don't know if I could take them both on at the same time. I mean, you know, I've got a high power level. You know, I've been training most of my life for this very moment. But I'm not sure I could take on a content creator and a dog at the same time. Now, in a Dragon Ball card game match, I think I might be able to take him. I've seen a few of his decks. He did bring Cell to the map. He absolutely smashed it and has created great things with Cell. But I think the Cell baby matchup, I don't think it is bad too bad for me. So I think I'll be able to take it. But in a fist fight with him and his dog, I think it'd be close. But I'm pretty sure he'd take it. I am pretty sure he'd take it. Next up, we have Asaya Herring. Now, Saya, boy, he's a good guy. Met him in America, PPG Tour. Absolutely cool to talk to. Really friendly. You know, has a nice stance about him. You know, he's I don't think he's very tall. But, you know, what he lacks in height, he makes up for in presence. Now, he was a scary man. You know, I walked past him. I felt his aura. And I felt that burning power. I thought, whoa. He'd go Super Saiyan or something. And I thought, I don't want to mess with that because I'm not quite sure how it would go down in a fight. So, you know, I was gonna like, whoa, but then I felt like if I did, things might go down. So I don't know if I don't know, you know. And he's got Carlton. He's got Carlton under the guise of Fred from, you know, Scooby-Doo. And Fred and Carlton are pretty gangster, so I'm pretty sure it's close, but I'm pretty sure he'd take it. So I'm gonna go with that one. Now we got Mario, Team Black Star, one of the nicest guys I've ever met. You know, really, really friendly guy, always there to lend a hand. But that is scary in itself, because you never know what someone like that's thinking, and they could be crazy. You know, he's got Majin Buu as his logo. Now, Majin Buu's a scary character. You know, he had so many different forms, and I feel like Mario might be the same. You know, Mario might start the fight and he's all friendly, and I'm like, yeah, cool, I got this. And I start bam, 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 and then suddenly he changes form, and the fight goes, I don't know, it might go a bit crazy. So I'm unsure whether I'd be able to take that one. So I'm gonna put that as, with all the forms that I feel like he might have, I feel like I'm gonna lose that one. Next up, we have Seishin from mywifehatesgames, team The Distinct Few. Now, I forgot to talk about the last two in a card game sense. Oh, my bad. So, let's go back to Asaya in a card game sense. I have never played the guy, and I think I've watched a couple of his videos. I think he's got great sequencing, great lines of play. We didn't get to play each other in PPG, so in a card game fight, I have no idea who would win, I'm going to be honest. And Mario, we've played a few times in testing, because we're on the same team. We've played a lot of times in, like, when we met up at hotels and played ready for preparing events. And I do think it was close, but I think I managed to take it. So, we'll go that way. But, in fights, this is how it's going. So, moving on to Seishin. Now, Seishin, mywifehatesgames. Now, in a card game sense, me and Seishin have played it quite a few times. He's a great player. He has great foresight into his deck. He knows what he's doing. He's very methodic. He knows where he's going to play things, how he's going to react. But we have played a few times. We ended up playing in London prelims, and I did take the W quite quickly. But I was playing, a brand new version of Baby that hadn't been seen yet, and it was absolutely wiping the floor in a couple of turns. So, unfortunately, in that one, it was close, but I think I took that one. In a fight sense, now let's go back to fighting, because that's what we're here for. Because you guys want to know, how much power I have, and obviously, Seishin's a very calm, collective guy. Now he's also a lawyer, so he's very intelligent. I think he's a lawyer. I might have got that wrong. If I got that wrong, I'm really sorry, bro. So I feel like we'd get into the fight, and then he'd be like Neji from Naruto, and he'd be like tap 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 tap, and I'd be like, cool, that didn't hurt, and I'd be like, let's go fight again, and then I'd be out, and I'd be on the floor, and I'd be like, I don't know what happened. So I think I'd lose. I'm pretty sure it's 100% that I wouldn't win. Next up, we have our boy Sandy, controversial hype man, in the center of everything. He's a good guy. We butt heads quite a lot, but there's all love there either way. The button heads is because we're both strong personalities. Now, let's talk about DBS. Sandy in DBS, he knows what he's doing. He's very technical, so he knows how to play things out, words and things like that. When it comes to tournament senses, I don't know whether it's pressure, I don't know what it is, but he doesn't seem to perform as well in tournaments. I'm unsure. Not all, obviously some he's done really well in Euros a couple of times, and he has people that he loses against, and but he's a great player. I think he's one of the top players in the Euro scene. So in a card game fight, I do think it would be, I have no idea. In all honesty, if we met each other in a tournament, we were both very happy with our decks and we were seeing where we were at, I have no idea who would win that. We've never played in that setting, I believe. So unsure, but it would be a good game. Now, in a fight sense. Now, Sandy was born here, I believe. I think he said he was born here. He's got dual nationality. He's got dual passports. His accent throws you off. So, I didn't know he was born here. I thought he was born in America. So I feel like, oh yeah, I'd beat him in a fight. And then I think, well, actually, I didn't know about where he was born. So he could be like, MI6 or CIA. He could literally be a ninja and I wouldn't know. So I feel like that's quite scary in itself. So in terms of fights, I'm not sure now. Because at first I was like, me and Sandy, it'd be like, pap, pap. But now I'm like, oh, I don't know. Because, I don't know the guy. There's things he could be hiding. So, I'm going to put that as I have no idea. Because I don't know what Sandy's capable of. And that alone is scary. Moving on. Scott Sedman. Now, my boy Scott. When you talk about people in the DBS community. And, you talk about people in communities. And you say how great everyone is. If you're from Europe, and you're not talking about Scott, this is one of the nicest people, not in just the DBS community, but in the world. Like, genuinely one of the nicest people I've ever met. That doesn't mean I wouldn't fight him. Like, if I had to fight him, I'd be there, I'd be like, So, but he is genuinely lovely. So, guys, do check him out in a card game. Now, me and Scott have played a lot of times in testing, and I think sometimes the way you play can determine how well against a player you are. Not determine how good you are as a player, but sometimes your lines of play might not work against another person's line of play. And I think that can strongly be it, like a rock, paper, scissors sort of thing. Some people just play differently. Like they combo at certain times or they negate at certain times, and that affects them later on in different matches. So I do think it may be close, but I do think I would take it against Scott. I apologize there, Scott. Hope you don't take that offensively. But moving on to fight now. Most people that know Scott has got a disability. He's got one hand. So people think that's a disability. But I know that my man Scott has got some crazy, excuse the pun, crazy tricks up his sleeve. Now, I feel like this stump you'd think, I got this. Because you think one arm man, harmless. I'm like, whoa, I got this. And then suddenly you'd be like, oh, what's happening? He's doing some stuff that you don't know. Some martial art that you can only learn if you've got this. And I feel like that may put him on the edge. And I've seen, he's been training on the Wii Fit lately, and that not Wii Fit, sorry, the ring, switch fitness thing. And I feel like that might be a ploy to show us that, that's actually one of his weapons. He's got some sort of like crazy martial art with like a, metal ring with the blades on it. I've seen that stuff. So I feel like, with that, I'm pretty sure Scott would take the win there. And that's, it's pretty terrifying. So moving on, Senzu Pop. Our boy Melvin, one of the top EU content creators. If you haven't checked this guy out, check him out. Crazy visuals, crazy videos, knows what he's talking about. Dope guy. So check him out. Now, in terms of a DBS match, we've never played, I believe. I don't think we've ever played. So it's interesting, like, I don't know how we would do. I also don't know what he favors playing. I've seen a couple of times that he likes things like Bulma and things. So, it's always going to be fun because the guy likes red as well. But I don't know what he likes to bring to the table, what strategies he uses. So genuinely, I have no idea. Literally no idea how I would do against Senzu, which is a shame. Hopefully we get to battle some days, dude, and we can test out the theory. But in a fight, now, I messaged Senzu and I was like, bro, if me and you were to, get down, pop, pop, how would it go? He said, dude, I'm pretty sure you could beat me with your eyes closed. Now, let me break that down. I feel like that was a ploy to get me into a false sense of security. So I'm ready and I'm like, okay, then I got this. I walk in there, like bam, bam, I'm gonna get this ready, boom, boom. And then Senzu Pop, just pulls out some crazy like, and that's it. And I'm out cold, like a Kuma. He just does the, and I'm out. And I'm like, whoa. Well, what happened? So I feel like given his response, I feel like there's no chance I would win. Like, I just feel like this guy's going to have some crazy next level stuff. So, the Hill Twins. Let's move on to Team FOE. Family is everything. The Hill Twins met these guys in the PPG tour. Great guys. Didn't get to play them, but I did meet them. Absolutely dope guys. Really fun to be around. They are the Hill Twins, so it's two of them at once. But let's talk about in a DBS match. Now, if it was 2 versus 1 DBS match now, I feel that, 2 versus 1 in DBS might be a bit difficult. So I do feel like I would lose that match if it was 2v1. So I feel like, no way I'd win in that DBS match. But let's talk about fighting. Now, I feel like the Hill Twins have like crazy telekinetic sort of like they know what the other one's gonna do. Like the other day I heard one of them got hit by a car, and I'm really hope that he's all right. And what I heard happen was when one got hit by the car, the other one kind of and then teleported there, flipped the car over, and the driver was never seen again. So I feel like their telekinetic ability mixed with the fact that there's 2 of them, and I'm pretty sure if they fused, because this is Dragon Ball as well, like we can fuse. They fused into one. I feel like it would be like an Everest, Everita they'd be called, or something like that, like play on words of Everest. I feel like they'd be difficult to beat, but I feel like their power level, because they would be twins, they'd have the telekinetic. I feel like they'd be a bit too cocksure of themselves, and I feel like because of that, I could turn them against each other. Maybe not, because they're twins, I suppose. I think it'd be difficult. I think in a fist fight, though, if I was clever and they didn't get to fuse, I feel like I might be able to take it. But if they did get to fuse and they used their powers of telekinesis, I don't feel like I've got this, which is a shame, because I felt like I might have been able to have that one, so, next, TommyGuitarGames. If you haven't checked him out, do check him out. Great guy. I first met him as a DBS judge. I think when I met him, he was a head judge, but he is just a lovely guy. He has a lot going for him. Oh, sorry. I think he's pretty new to the DBS content creation as well, but he loves it. He's a great guy. Check out what he's doing. Loves Pilaf and the underdogs of the game, and he is a fellow Bojack like me. When this Bojack anniversary stuff comes out, we will be getting it on, bro. We will be making these decks, collabing, whatever, because Bojack's going to be king. Now, in a DBS fight, I do feel like we've battled a few times before. I feel like it'd be close, but I feel like I may be able to take the win. But in a fist fight, let's talk about fist fight. Now, Tommy's the strong, silent type. He doesn't say much in terms of fighting style. He's always ready, though. He's got that aura about him where it's like, you could try it, but I'm gonna kill you. And I'm like, woo, okay. So I feel like it might be close. And I may take the win, but he's always ready, and I feel like if he's always ready, he's going to be prepared. So I feel like it'd be pretty close, but I feel like he'd take it. Now, London Players Guild. Let's move on. London Players Guild. We got Piabetora. I messaged him, and he was like, by the way, bro, I'm like a black belt in 16 martial arts. And I was like, whoa, that's crazy. I don't think that's exactly what he said. I might be exaggerating it. But either way, this guy's a martial artist. So I'm a martial artist myself. So I feel like it'd be a really, really good match. But I forgot to talk about the Dragon Ball. So in terms of Dragon Ball, Piotr doesn't get as much time to play and test, I think, as he would like. And he has other games that he would prefer. He enjoys playing, stuff like Raditz as well. Again, an underdog player. So that's cool. I feel like in a DBS fight, I think it may be close, but I think I may win. In a fist fight, I genuinely have no idea. Because we're both martial artists and we're both ready. We're both and I feel like it could go either way. So, I'm looking forward to the day this happens, but in a fun way, not in a serious way. Let's move on to the final gambit. We have Piotr Katani. Now, we know this guy in the DBS community. let's talk about card games now. PPG, met this guy in PPG. I was really excited to meet him because obviously he's a big name. I hadn't met a lot of the American players. I didn't know who a lot of them were, but obviously Peter's name comes up because he creates fun like local level as well as competitive level decks. So I look up to his content. I think his content is very good. PPG's content that he produces for them. Sorry. Oh, I'm doing this at like 6 in the morning, so sorry about that. Now, we ended up playing like round 5 in PPG. I had met him before. You know, he was, I think at the time, it was like it was just before, it was like one of the last events that I think I went to. I think it was it beginning of this year or something like that? I can't remember anymore. We've had such a bad year with everything that's happened. Ended up playing in round 5, and he was playing Broly and I was playing Baby. Red-Green Broly, sorry, and I was playing Baby. He was excited because he genuinely thought, you know, Baby's no match. And I ended up giving him the Swift 2-0, so it was close, but I did take that one. Now, but let's talk about fist fights. Oh, why is it not going there? Oh, it won't let me put it back for some reason. Let's talk about fist fights. Now, Peter Katani, big guy, always working out. Muscles, you know, but the thing about Peter Katani is, I feel like, you know, everyone knows that he is... We're not leaving him here, by the way. Now, everyone can see that Peter Katani's weak. Now, he's not strong. Like, he's wearing a blow-up suit. If you look, the muscles are CGI. It's not real. I actually, when I met Peter Katani in person, he was kind of like Chaosu. He was quite small, very petite. And, you know, I was like, bro, I'm sorry. Like, I thought you were... And he was like, nah, man. Like... They're so real, and he was wearing like a blow-up suit. So actually, I feel like Peter Katani knows that in a fist fight, me and him would go down, and I'd be like, and he'd be like, yeah. But guys, I really hope you understand that this is just for fun. It's all a joke. I would never want to fight any of these guys. The community is not about that. It's literally about enjoying yourselves and having fun. There's a lot of beef going on in the DBS community at the moment. There's a lot of beef going on in the world. Try not to let it affect each other. Remember, we are all here for the same reason. We all love the game. Now, I really hope you enjoyed this video as much as I enjoyed making it. It turned out a lot longer than I thought it was going to be, but it was a lot of fun. Please don't take anything I've said seriously. All of the content creators that I messaged, they all knew it was a joke, so don't be disliking this video and thinking, blah, blah, blah. But do comment and let me know what you think, guys. As per usual, stay smooth. Peace.